Hey YouTube, what's happening? I'm Bob, on my way out to meet Ian Koosman right now. I'm really excited for today. It's gonna be one of the last few nice days of the year. It's the fall here in Duluth, Minnesota. We're going to the Lester River. We're gonna ride the one wheel, get some awesome pictures, get some video. It's gonna be fun. It's just nice to get together with friends and spend time together outside doing something that just feels good. This is the perfect time of year. It's a perfect opportunity, the perfect time to pull your camera out and get some cool shots, take some memories, snap some pictures. We made it. We're here. Right behind me down here, that's Ian. He knows I'm here, so can't really surprise him. But look how beautiful this is. Holy crap. One thing you have to think about when you're filming is the direction of the light. So see how it makes a difference as I move around in a circle here. Ian's fishing right now. I don't think he's catching anything. But a lot of people fish just a little further down here at the mouth of the river. We're gonna go up the trail. I brought my drone. I got everything. We're gonna have some fun. Rocks 1, Ian 0.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful day out right now. You cannot beat this weather. No crazy breeze, and everybody is out right now.
You lost the lure?
I did.
That sucks.
Oh, see, that's why when I'm here, I only throw the cheap ones, like the $1 or $2 lures, because then you don't have to worry about it.
There he goes.
He's already got me beat. A pro at his best.
All right, we're by a waterfall over here right now. And I think I'm gonna set up, I got the tripod up. I'm gonna turn the shutter speed way up to a second or two. Hopefully there's not too much light. Very beautiful area though. So one thing to think about when taking pictures in the middle of the day that kind of sucks sometimes is if the area is heavily exposed and you want to try to slow your shutter speed down, or I guess open your shutter speed up, it lets more light in. And if it's already really bright, the problem with that is you're going to be basically taking a picture of just nothing but a bunch of white noise or white exposure. So we're going to try to find a little shadier spot to get a picture. My next tip for starting a YouTube channel and working with someone is the person you want to work with. It helps if they're passionate about making videos and using electronics, and pretty cool.
It's key when you're filming. I mean, that's what it's all about, and it brings people to you too.
So I took out the DJI OM5, I believe, the OM5, and gave it to Ian. He downloaded the app right away. He's recording already. He's so excited with this thing.
This is awesome, man. Can't beat the technology. It's definitely essential to get that shot. And as we can observe right now, Bob is getting the shot, folks. No playing around, no games, just photography. You know, your phone, it's like a micro camera nowadays, but look at this. Some of the spots you can get with that sunlight too. Can't beat it.
So I know a lot of people say that you don't really need gear to make it work and to get out and make some cool videos. We're walking right by the edge of like a little cliff right here, so Ian's scared I might push him over. It sure does help having some gear. I'll second, all you really need is your phone to get out and start shooting video and to start a YouTube channel. But if you have some cool stuff like a little phone gimbal or a nice camera that shoots, you know, 4K, 120 FPS, stuff that you can slow down, and a drone, it's pretty awesome. Like, it encourages you to want to get out more. So if you don't have the money, make sure you save up. If it's something that you're passionate about, save up or ask your parents, right?
There you go, exactly. Mom and Dad can always treat you. Don't forget that one, guys.
Did you hear that, Mom? You hear that? So the next tip is, if you have an ND filter, remember to use it when you're outside, especially in the middle of the day. We've been on this whole trip, I've had an ND filter in my bag, and I was wondering why I just couldn't get the right exposure on some of the shots. I forgot to put the ND filter on. It's like an $80 ND filter specifically for that. I'm glad I remembered.
Struggles of filmmaking, man. You always forget that one key thing sometimes.
That's good, but we're having fun. We're moving on, carrying on. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. Rule number 1 is never tell people that you're a beginner, especially if you have a bunch of equipment.
We're all professionals no matter what, remember that.
All right, next tip. I guess this has kind of turned into like a tip video a little bit. But having multiple angles while shooting. So it's just cool to be able to capture different angles while you're there, and it also makes it look a little bit like you're in the scene from 2 different spots. Like you're getting 2 bird's eye views of what's going on. Just makes it feel a little bit more personal and more like a story, a little more cinematic, I guess.
Oh yeah. I'd have to say that's essential too, especially if you're doing something like Bob said there, personal, maybe a wedding or grad photos. You want to make sure that you capture every bit of what's going on around too, because the more foreground you have, the better quality video you're going to get as well.
Another good tip now. I just encountered this problem a little bit ago, and I remember to do it this time. But when you're done getting that picture that you want, make sure you always change back your camera settings to when you're ready to film some more video. There's nothing worse than the perfect shot popping up and all of a sudden you forgot you messed up the camera settings, or even worse is you get the whole video done, you think you got it, then you get back home to edit it and you did it in the totally wrong settings. Now it's all choppy, there's too much blur, or yeah, it can make you pretty upset.
It can ruin a whole day of filming, especially if you're working hard at something. I mean, just make sure you're focused on the right settings and always go back to your main points. I mean, if you're getting way out of track, to do some slower shots, just always keep in mind to go back to your presets so that you're not running into those errors. And we'll keep filming and make some great stuff, guys.
Fundamentals.
Essentials.
All right, next tip is, and I almost just did this and I freaked out, is I had the drone up in the air. I got it all lined out over the water, started flying it up over the bridge, and I thought, did I forget to hit record? And it was the perfect shot too. Well, for me it was perfect. I enjoyed it. Thankfully it was still recording from the last time I hit the record button, but I almost missed a really good shot. And some of those, like we said earlier, you just can't get it back. You can't recreate the same shot.
We got Bob. Boom.
Another tip for you married people out there is, if you're gonna be out all day with your buddies, make sure that your wife's cool with it. Otherwise, she comes looking for you. Oh, hi Sarah. Fancy seeing you guys here. Hi, bud. Hi.
So you weren't even in this area at all, were you?
Pretty much.
We were like up over that way.
Never letting you give me directions again.
It's probably Ian's fault.
No doubt. No doubt blame you. It's gonna save our marriage.
So we've had pretty much just a straight up blast today. We've got a ton of different pictures. We got some nice video. Probably by this point of the video, you'll have seen most of it. It's gonna be a lot of fun going back and editing it now. This is the first time we've shot together, and we've got plans of shooting some more together. Maybe even shooting some weddings or something in the future, and taking it to another level. It's just cool to kind of get out, spend time with friends, and enjoy the beauty of nature, and do it with some cool gear, some cool equipment, and edit it.
Oh yeah. Got to capture some cool shots today, see some cool things, and really utilize the drone. I mean, that was awesome just to see, you know, the beauty of nature, getting those higher up shots. So we got to have a lot of fun out here, and you get exercise, it's healthy, it keeps your mind right. So it's a great activity to do with good friends for sure.
And it's cool for you guys because you get to see some cool stuff that maybe you don't get to see that often, especially if you live in a lot of big cities and you don't have a lot of country or big lakes nearby. That's our last tip in closing, is make sure that you get out and enjoy the outdoors. If you don't, you're gonna be just a sad old hermit living in a shell, and you're gonna get old and you're gonna look back and you're gonna think, man, I wish I was like Bob and Ian and would have gone outside and walked up a couple rivers and cast some fishing lures into the lake or something. And you don't want to die like that. Make sure you get out and have some fun.
Always live a little. Gotta live and have fun. That's all we can do.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully there'll be a next video. There's gonna be a next video. We'll make some more. So, all right.